With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. From the 6. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Gabriel. That is caught by Carmichael. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Harold Carmichael, 73 yards. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Calvin Johnson from 6 yards away. And the Giants respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to get it to Ward, intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And they'll get this down to the 10. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. The give to the fullback on the dive. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Barkley. Powered. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have taken the lead. Jones throwing for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
Fielded just outside the goal line and taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Murray got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
This is intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, And your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
Jones now throwing on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 28 yards. And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defense.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught in the end zone. So how about that for a statement? They get 2 instead of 1 on the fake, and it's an 8-0 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Murray. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Kayvon Thibodeau. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon.
And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They'll start, and right away, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. A first carry now. This is Johnson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Operating from the gun, Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback. And he
takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught in the end zone. So how about that for a statement? They get 2 instead of 1 on the fake, and it's an 8-0 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he returns this to the 22.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Joe Montana here going to the air on first down. They'll dump this complete to the bus. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
One quarter down, 8-0 the score. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run with Bettis. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Now Montana. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. And they get on the board, trailing now 8-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. In motion right here comes Johnson. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he is going to have the Giants' first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
2 minutes to play in the first half of an 8-3 game. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
And Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Barkley, inside handoff. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then. But for now, we'll take the 3.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Montana.
He'll get this to Ward. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Montana. That one complete to Bettis. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Montana.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And a second field goal here gets him back within a couple at 8-6 now. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now Jones. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
To try again after the sack. Jones under pressure. They got him again. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Jones, a final shot before break.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
At the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. A 50-50 ball here, and it's It's intercepted.
Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Up the middle, Johnson. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Johnson again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. A field goal gets them the lead, but they'll risk it here on 4th and goal.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Going to try to throw for it with Montana.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Oh, partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
They juked him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They keep it with Barkley on first down, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the lead now 5, 11-6.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Back to throw.
That's to Freiermuth.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Johnson. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
He's back to throw.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead They found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not...
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we say so long from Pittsburgh. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Johnson. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Mike Singletary coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Fourth down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. He finds his man, complete. That's Gonzalez. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Stroud now on 1st and 10. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Stroud.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Stroud. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
The throwing again is Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moss. On the move past the 40, down the left sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking sideline, incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here goes Stroud again. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. A first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll try and throw for it here.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Johnson
will score. Touchdown, Raiders. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the legend, Ray Nitschke.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Out to the flat here for Johnson. Down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Chris Johnson. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go play action here on 1st down.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
Snatched by the safety, Ed Reed. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They're going to try and throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game. I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
On 1st down, here's Stroud.
That is caught at the 7. Touchdown Raiders. Tony Gonzalez from 21 yards away.
And the Raiders continue to pull away here in this first half. Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have them go for 2.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones flushed it. And now here is another interception.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To Johnson again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Chris Johnson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
That's going to be caught by Moss. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Final play of the half, Stroud.
And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing you have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert And that'll keep the drive alive. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Jones.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Jones now throwing on fourth down. And now here is another interception. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
They'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because remember.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Stroud to throw it.
Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ball game.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Rolling to his left. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been abandoned.
And now here is another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jones. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this third quarter of play. This offense so far on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurting this spot. No, okay.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Deion Sanders.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Go, Reed, go! 79
2nd
Broncos!
and 10, here's Stroud.
He sets to fire deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
And even 40 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They give to Johnson going right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
I got my cover rolled out for you.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gate.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Throwing going again on second down. Jones being chased out left. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure.
And now here is another interception. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football.
And the Giants are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better.
And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction.
But it costs him.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it. And some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They begin with a run by Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And this is Shepard on the catch. And he will have a Giants 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Well, this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
A first down carry for Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on second down. Jones.
He'll find Hodgins there, complete.
Touchdown, Giants.
Isaiah Hodgins.
39 yards.
And the Giants put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. When no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd.
Pickett now from the gun here.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Check 26, check 26.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Pickett.
Forced out to his left. His throw incomplete.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Pickett back to throw.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the New York Giants.
The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for his start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A huge play there right off the bat. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball. When you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double, you would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
The first carry down. This is Williams.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. That'll be second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On third down, Wilson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Tony Jefferson. He's at the 40.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Darius Slayton.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught in the end zone. So how about that for a statement? They get 2 instead of 1 on the fake, and it's an 8-0 ball game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This will complete to Jerry Jeudy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, the offense can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 14. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They give him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now Wilson. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, it's Williams. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Pass incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Fourth down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good, and they get on the board, trailing now 8-3. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, puts it on the carpet, it's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. Inside the 20. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're...
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Broncos have taken the lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Baron Browning from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Off play action. Jones. Touchdown, Giants. Lawrence Cager. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the sack on first down, Wilson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Again, Wilson. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Throwing, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
47 is the mic. 47.
Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Here's the option play now to the left. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Gary Brightwell, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's second and a yard. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problem.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when it was to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He's got it to the 43 here.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson.
He's got the connection downfield to Hamler.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Wilson to throw.
Screen play set up for Williams.
Touchdown Broncos.
Javonte Williams.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way now. It's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Off the play fake, Jones.
Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time. Barkley, inside handoff. Room here to run. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, yep.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Daniel Bellinger from a yard out. And the Giants are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with a touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way